Alright, we're live on Facebook and Instagram. Thanks everyone for tuning in. This is Paul Cox and my wife Stephanie Cox.
Yep.
And I am working on a Wiliam Carey comic strip about missions. And it features a quote from him, or like a kind of a story about him talking to someone else, and the other person said, there was a gold mine of souls in India almost as deep as the center of the earth, but who will venture to explore it? And Wiliam Carey said, I will venture to go down, but remember, you must hold the rope. Okay, so we have some guys holding the rope. Wiliam Carey getting ready to go down with his Bible in his backpack. This guy's looking at a map, saying that, and their feet are planted on the local church, as if it's the local church who is kind of holding the rope while he goes and does missions, kind of supporting him.
What's all that black stuff?
Darkness, because he's going down into a cave. Then India is going to be gold.
With sparkles?
With sparkles, yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, because I have these
Do you really have sparkles?
white.
Oh, no, I mean like real sparkles.
No, I don't. Real sparkles.
We have real sparkles, Paul.
We do.
Add an element. We've got glue. I can handle the sparkles.
Okay. Just gonna get everything that I might need here. Throw it out here. I had another. Oh, I know what I did here. Could you hand me my bag right there?
What?
Thank you. I have some more white markers here. As well as some other pens that I may make use of. Okay. Oh, before I do that, I was going to erase some things here also.
Oh, I usually do that for you.
Yeah, but I want to do this one very carefully.
Well, oh, yeah, I know. I've smeared it before.
Because I don't... Sometimes if I go over the black with the eraser, it takes away some of the black as well. And then I have to redo it. So I'm just going to gently go over some of these areas. This is the benefit of... This is where the benefit of printing the sketch. Doing the sketch digitally, printing it out on this paper, and then inking over it. It's a lot easier because I don't have to do this part.
How did you end up sticking with the specific art style? I'm at a really bad angle to read this, but that's okay.
With the specific art style.
And I would say, how do you keep this art style? It keeps...
How did you end up sticking with this specific art style? How did I end up sticking with it? Well, I stuck with it because I liked it. It kind of reminded me of just a lot of the comic strips that I would, Calvin and Hobbes comic strips. I like their kind of the beady eyes and the cartoony looking figures. You see that a lot in like other things as well, other comic strips. I wanted to keep it simple yet engaging, and there's enough cartoon mixed with like real detail to do that, I think.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
That so you're talking about style. What characteristics do you hone in on to make sure it has a consistent style?
Well,
I mean, you have the beady eyes, so like someone would look at it and say, "Oh, that's Paul's," or "That's a RefToons."
Yeah.
Or
for RefToons, so RefToons style is different than other styles that I work. I work in a lot of different styles for different projects or purposes. So RefToons is the only thing that I do stuff with this specific style, and the way I keep the characters try at least as best I can to keep the characters consistent in looking like RefToons characters is that I start off with do the other piece of paper.
oh, I just put sorry, I just put it in my hands.
Let me show you quick. I like to do my RefToons characters. So I'll start off with like a head and like a really simple body with like short legs.
A bean body.
A bean body, I call it a bean body, yeah. And sometimes a bean head. So like that'll be their cheek right there. And then I do my mapping lines.
Mapping meaning this is where your arms are gonna go.
Meaning this is where the eyes will go on this line right there, and I'll build out the nose from here and put a smile wherever I want.
So it's like you're building a house.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. And I keep it like very loose to give them life.
What do you mean loose? Rounded?
Rounded, well, it could mean rounded, could be like, yeah, I do like the rounded legs and feet and stuff. It just gives them life and helps them to be less rigid. Sometimes they do get a little too rigid, and I have to erase it and start
rigid,
over.
Like straight?
Like straight. Like,
so loose, you mean just
like,
kind of bendy?
Like, yeah.
Oh.
So this would be a rigid character. It doesn't feel like it has much life to it.
So do you ever find yourself like in an angry mood doing rigid more?
No.
Or like does your mood play into your drawing?
Well, sometimes if I really don't want to draw what I'm drawing, like for a client or something, but it could show. Do you draw with your wrist or your arm? Well, I like to draw with my arm, but sometimes on smaller pieces of paper here,
I have these
like this,
here that hold the pencil.
It's hard. So what I mean is like when you're making motions, you're going from your shoulder. So this would be going from my shoulder. This would be going from my wrist. See, I don't have much motion with my wrist. It's just going like that. Whereas if I use my shoulder, I get more of a motion, more of a field to work with, I guess.
Meaning you can draw bigger circles?
You can draw bigger circles, yeah. It's all about circles. It's all about the circles.
Who are some of your influences for this style?
Well, I really like Bill Watterson and his Calvin and Hobbes. I like Jeff Smith, who did the graphic novel Bone, as well as Doug TeNapel. So those are kind of three of my biggest influences. Doug TeNapel and Bill Watterson more so than Jeff Smith, but he's definitely an influence. And really, like, a lot of like my use of blacks and just the organic line style, meaning it's not like don't use a ruler for anything.
When you're drawing by hand.
Yeah, when I'm drawing by hand. That really comes from just studying a lot of their work. Do this. So I just need to get rid of some of these pencil lines. Some of it's smeared over here, so I have to clean that up.
So the homeschool curriculum gave me a planner.
Did? You gonna use it?
I have no idea what to do with it. Especially when you're doing more things on the fly.
Right.
Maybe I'm not supposed to do things on the fly. Maybe they're trying to tell me something. Best laid plans often go awry, so why write it down?
That's right. So you can remember what you were supposed to do.
That
And
got
what you did
canceled.
and what you did instead.
Can you imagine all the wasted planners from 2020?
Yeah.
Well, that's canceled. And that's canceled.
Right.
I guess you'd have fire started.
Yes.
Oh, man.
So once I get some of this erased, I'm going to add some more blacks to these guys' clothes. And I will ink the word balloons.
Do you have any? Do you have your Facebook up somewhere where you can see the?
Right here.
Oh,
Comments will be right
I'm not used to that. Being on the screen.
there. Because I usually have something that I'm drawing on that screen.
Is drawing a talent or the result of hard work? Drawing, anybody can draw. This kind of drawing, I think, would be best.
Yeah, I think for me it's both. I've been drawing since I was 3 years old.
That's kind of a. I feel like that question has a lot more answer to it than just is it talent or hard work. Because
Right.
I think if you're talented and you like what you do, you're gonna want to work hard
to get it.
do that. So it would naturally be both, I guess.
Yeah. But yeah, I've been drawing since I was 3 and haven't stopped. I knew when I was a kid that I wanted to be a cartoonist, and so I pursued that in everything that I did. Hmm?
I'm sorry, I'm doing things.
You're looking at your planner?
Well, let's say family read-alouds. That's more of our. Like I'm reading aloud every single day.
Ugh.
But not as what? Do we write down things like,
Guess you're not doing enough.
oh,
Just kidding.
or like
No, I
planners?
think you're doing enough.
Unless I have it all filled out. So this would be, I mean, kind of redundant because I would be going through. Or, like bedtime books, we would go through Mysterious Benedict Society, right?
Yeah. That can count as school.
I'm gonna write that down.
Oh man. Keep finding more pencil lines. I'm gonna create the lines on the map. Except I need a thinner marker.
Field trips, I didn't even write that in, I don't think.
I don't know where my thin marker went. Try this one. I have a 005 micron. That's like super thin. You doing your job?
Please, I'm not doing it. Checklist, have we ever made a checklist for our kids?
No.
For like a monthly checklist?
No.
Oh, this might be where I put, that checklist that was given to us that I liked.
Oh yeah.
To teach the kids how to change the batteries in a smoke detector
Right.
or something.
What is it? 3.
Meal plan? Meal plan?
They want us to plan our meals for school.
Yeah. You and them. I guess I better get started.
Maybe the kids can do a meal plan.
Mhm.
And then they can cook for us.
Would we eat?
I don't know.
I'm just kidding. They do, and it's lovely.
I sent you a mail months ago to do the same ministry. RefToons, but in Spanish, can translate. Hey, I thought I messaged you back, or I messaged someone. I messaged a lot of different people about translating into Spanish, and there's already a couple pages that have taken it on themselves to translate into Spanish. But if you want to translate into Spanish and post to your Instagram, you're more than welcome to. All you have to do is take the posts that I post, erase the words, leave the RefToons logo, don't change any of the artwork except taking out the words and then replace them with the Spanish translation. Then you can post them and tag RefToons if you want. But yeah, there's a few places already on Instagram that translate into Spanish and Portuguese and Mandarin, I think, or Chinese. Okay. Oh yeah, I was using that over here too, wasn't I?
Something on your arm. Looks like your wife. Do you hold your breath when you do that?
Something.
I think I was holding my breath when you were doing that. It's freaking me out a little bit. Whew, the precision. What do you think the Garmin DS98 says? It might have been delayed. I think you told them what you think.
Oh yeah, I think yeah. No, I don't know. I wasn't gonna create another account called RefToons in Spanish. I just would prefer if you want to translate it, just share them on your own page, rather than creating another official account. The last thing I want to do is manage a bunch of different accounts.
Wait, you already do?
When I already have RefToons on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Parler, MeWe, Gab, Getter, Minds.
There was another one you weren't sure you were even a part of, and you're like, oh.
Oh yeah, yeah, and Truth Social or whatever, Trump's thing, which is, I won't talk about it.
Something.
It's something. Just making sure I've got a RefToons account on all these places. Ah, yes, that one might work.
Are those the ones I got on clearance?
Yeah. Thank you.
Are they good?
I don't know, it's the first time I'm using them.
Oh. I hope they're good. I have to use mine. Still haven't.
I don't know, they seem like they'll do pretty good. Now, it's me. Let's see if this works.
Ooh. the white make it kind of gray at the end there, or is it okay?
Up there?
Mm.
Yeah, a little bit.
Would that do that with any? Or do you
I
have
may
some
have
more
to
solid ones?
go over it again now that it's dry.
Yeah.
I could try it again.
Oh, it's dry already?
I think so.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, because I'm drawing right over black, so it's probably...
Does that pick up the black?
No, it didn't look like it.
Cool.
So, we'll see.
So how did you decide, you were talking person style, your scenery here looks familiar as well. How do you decide that that's going to be your RefToons style scenery?
I don't know, I like mixing kind of like some semi-realistic looking stuff with the cartoons. I think it adds a little bit more life to it, I feel, rather than just being all cartoony and all just goofy cartoony. I feel like that adds some weight
Down to earth.
to it. Down to earth, into the earth. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense to me, but typically what makes sense to me doesn't make sense to anyone else.
I'll keep asking if it doesn't.
That dried quick. I went right over those. I just drew those.
The ink or the
ink.
white?
The ink. These pieces of grass.
Cool. Do you have your colors all picked out for this? Or
Nope.
doing that tonight or
I do that on the spot, Steph.
Oh. I should have known.
I don't plan my colors.
Like
I'm
I don't
color-
plan my meals.
I'm colorblind. Why would I plan my colors? That's already dry too.
Is it because of the paper you're using?
Probably. It soaks it in a lot better than that other stuff I did, but it also
It uses more ink.
uses more ink and it creates like splotchy lines. Like you can see how the lines get splotchy. So that's what happens when it soaks into the paper. It kind of frays at the ends. You can't see it if you're looking at it far away, but some of the other paper I have, the ink just sets right on top and it has a nice crisp edge to it. I just make a mess with all this stuff.
And I just took out the vacuum.
Ugh, the nerve.
Ugh.
Some people. What's this one? These are all brush pens. I'm always afraid to do the words.
Do you want me to do them? Donovan might be willing.
I need to redo them with the pencil. Because I have a tendency to try to redo them on the inks. Redo the pencils with the inks. Some of them are too close together. Some of the lines are too close together.
Oh.
So like that one needs to go up a little. That needs to come down.
And that never is okay. Are there tools to help you get that lined up right?
Probably. Yeah, I have a text tool, but it creates all kinds of other lines on the paper that I don't want. That you have to erase.
Sometimes you still see those lines, or
Oh, yeah. Go for it.
Oh, you brave soul. throwing me off a little, Paul.
Why?
You just made me kind of nervous. Talking about the lines being uneven. Not sure you want to go with the inks right now. And then you just started inking. Oh, I hate that sound. It's like rubbing cotton balls together.
No.
Isn't it? Do you hear it? Do you feel that? Like when
What's when I push on the...
It gives me goosebumps like all the way down my arms. Okay, I have to step out for a moment. Oh.
You know how I feel when I touch cotton balls.
You're not done, are you?
Almost.
Okay. Oh, Paul.
What?
Just I came in way too early, I guess.
That was the last one.
One of those, make it count, right?
You're safe.
Oof.
Now I must do the I know I went off track, but it's gonna have to be okay.
I think maybe that's why I don't draw. Because sometimes I just can't get it perfect.
Nope. Okay, I'm going off camera for Instagram for a second because I have to have this over here to draw my next line.
How do you think you did without using your, well, on your letters?
I think I did just fine.
Looks good to me. A little bit of a pencil underneath, but
Yeah. Upside down.
the reason you're drawing from your wrist now? Precision?
Because I don't have a large enough space to draw with my arm. And for precision.
You think you get better precision drawing from your wrist?
Depends on what you're drawing.
I guess it would be for smaller things, right?
Yeah. When you're doing detail, going from the wrist is just fine. It's when you get in those basic shapes down. You want to draw from your shoulder to get the gesture.
So there's a time and a place.
There's a time and a place, I think.
Oh, Yodi asks, are you done with conferences for the year now?
Almost.
No, not even almost. You've got this one on Thursday.
Yeah, we're heading out to Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky on Wednesday.
And then in October we're planning on doing one.
But yeah, we'd like to do Fight Laugh Feast in October.
But I tell you, these gas prices are making me wonder if it's wiser to stay home.
Right.
Oof.
No kidding.
It is, Getting a little crazy out there with the gas prices. And then if there were any closer ones, you might consider
Yeah.
something like Illinois, Minnesota.
Someone's got to come up to Wisconsin and do a conference up here.
No kidding. Yes, but the as we know from experience, the reformed leaning whatever's is not welcome here.
Yeah. They're
I wish it was.
sparse around here.
Few and far between.
And very far between. Like an hour to the closest one.
You could start one.
Yeah.
Oh wait, start Yodi.
A conference. Or a church.
We are.
We need a pastor.
Yeah. We are doing what we can on the church end. Start a conference. I think all you have to do is say, hey.
Hey, come up here and talk to us.
Virgil.
Talk it. Yeah, hey, Virgil. Come up here.
I would totally come to the RefToons conference. It would be fun. I think it would be fun to get a bunch of artists and stuff together. Well, in Michigan, that's what you did in... well, you didn't do it. Someone
put on an arts, like Christians and the Arts conference
that was
in Michigan. That was fun.
sister's church. So Paul went, and I stayed with my sister and the kids while he went with my brother-in-law. And when he came back, I was like, oh man, I really wish we would have gone. I mean, it would have been fun for the kids. It would have been...
Yeah.
It would have been a really good time. But
It's quite fun.
isn't there something with the rabbit room that does something like that?
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was, though. It was so long ago that I heard about it.
Hutchmoot is what it's called.
But again, that's east side.
It's Tennessee.
Yeah, I mean, that's east. Oh, I get like Eastern time. But they also have Central time. But that's what? 8 hours away?
Right. We were just in Tennessee.
Got back yesterday. Mm-hmm. And that was a nice time.
Mm-hmm.
We were at this Airbnb with family. And they had a trail. Like a 9-mile hiking trail. We did like...
Yeah, the Clarksville Greenway is what it was called. We hiked down that for about
cool.
2.5 miles.
2 there and 2 back.
And then 2.5 miles back. It was a nice trail.
And all paved and stuff, so... But very natural feeling.
Yep. Yeah.
Is that... You're gonna leave it at that for now?
Yep, and then once the ink dries, I can finish erasing and then color it.
Right.
And it'll be good to go.
Good job, Paul.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, I'm happy with this one. Okay.
I can't wait to see it colored.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. If you're going to be at the Covenant Baptist Theological Seminary Conference in Louisville, Kentucky this week, stop by the RefToons booth, sign up for the mailing list, and you can be entered for a chance to win this original art. Otherwise, you can find RefToons at reftoons.com. where we have books, prints, decals, and more. And you can also find RefToons on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and all the others.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you for tuning in. I will see you next time.